Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Long Hauler, or Justin, bringing you a game of Demolition on firing range. Sorry about the freeze frame here in the very beginning. I wanted to give you guys kind of an idea of what this video is going to be. I know the past couple videos that I've made, the commentary hasn't been focusing on the gameplay itself, so this time I decided to switch it up, and I'll give you guys a couple tips and tricks that I use on firing range, playing Demolition, and a lot of the other guys that I play with on a regular basis use. I'll show you guys some aerial views of the map itself with some different spots of different things at the very beginning. Then we'll get into the offensive side of the gameplay. I'll show you guys where to set up on defense and then get into the defensive side of the gameplay. So the first thing you'll see right here in the red is the offensive spawn. The call out that we use is firing range for that. The second thing you'll see here in the green is the defensive spawn, and we call out either bathrooms or red building for that. The next thing you'll see here is the A and B bomb sites. A is kind of right out in the middle of construction, and B is underneath that little roof next to the Jeep. And these are the only three ways to get up to the bomb sites. You'll see that kind of it funnels into three kind of narrow passageways, which makes it difficult if the defensive team can kind of lock you down at firing range. And what these are here is the yellow spots is where I like to put my tack insertions, especially on offense. It's past that choke point, so when you respawn, you don't have to fight getting through these buildings and stuff, so or getting through these passageways. So right now we're starting on offense, and you'll see what we do on offense is usually run right towards B and go ahead and plant it. That happens, I'd say 90% of the time, because A is the hardest or the harder bomb to plant on this map. And what I'm doing right now is just waiting for one of my other teammates to get up here to cover me while I'm planting, or I'll try to cover him while he's planting. And as you can see, I failed pretty terribly there. But I'll go back up here and insert my tack insertion, and I insert it here, and what happens is when you try to insert it in that little alcove, it puts the tack insertion back in the middle of that, what we call tires, coming from tires there. So I thought it would be a good sneaky place to insert it, but it actually wasn't. And as you can see, we went ahead and planted both bomb sites. They went ahead and defused A. So I was pretty sure that they were just kind of focusing on not allowing us to plant A again. We want to push around this backside here and protect bomb site B from the other team coming around backside trailer or backside long tim, whatever your call out is. I guess I can talk a little bit about my setup that I use on offense, especially on smaller maps like this. I usually run with the 74U for obvious reasons and good mobility. I always wear a flak jacket, tack insertions, and I think sleight of hand and probably tactical mask. You can either run tactical mask or hacker. There's no need to run ninja or marathon or anything like that on a small map like this. So as you can see, we're just protecting A, and once we get A, it's time to move on to defense. And the first thing I'll show you are the defensive setups that we as a team usually like to run. The blue dots are the areas in the map that we like to set up and prevent the team from coming through those three kind of alleyways. You can see the top of the map. There's one in top construction, one in sniper tower, one in top blue, and then one kind of right on bomb site B looking down through tires. Those are usually, you actually have a lot of protection from the bomb itself and from the Jeep, but just make sure if you're going to set up at that place, make sure that the Jeep has already exploded. So on defense, I'm also using flak jacket, but I switch over to an infield, and I still have tack insertion because I don't want to have to run every time from building to down here. And I just set up right here, and this is a perfect spot for you to set up. Some people might call it camping. Some people might call it spawn trapping, but it prevents their team from coming both directions. You can see I fail here at first and kind of retreat and have to regain kind of what I'm doing here, but it keeps them from coming backside construction and forces them to either go straight up the middle where we have a person in sniper tower and top blue, or through tires where we have a couple of different people as well. So basically you can just sit here and rack up your kill streaks, kind of like what I'm doing. And you can see my team's doing the same thing as well. My kill streaks that I'm using the napalm. I know I'm using chopper gunner. I don't quite remember. You'll probably see it right here. The attack helicopter. So napalm, attack helicopter, and chopper gunner. And what I'll usually do is wait until I call in my chopper gunner before I call in my attack helicopter, since it's kind of a cock block up in the air. So you'll see we've got them pressed back in here pretty well. We're dropping napalm on them. We're, you know, we've got them locked in. I know a lot of people were complaining about Trout's videos of spawn trapping. We were spawn trapping, but not to the extent where we were camping their, I guess, respawns. But just getting the chopper gunner here and kind of go to town and do the rest of my work in the chopper gunner. But that's about it for this video, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I know my editing isn't superb. I just downloaded a couple new programs and was messing around with them, so I hope you guys enjoyed this type of video. This may or may not be the last one I put up. Twins are supposed to be born. My wife's going to be induced next Monday, the 31st, so depending on what I get done this week and what I have to do, this may or may not be my last video. I'll be providing updates on kind of what's going on through Twitter, and because I can do Twitter on my phone pretty easily. So follow me on Twitter, guys, and if I don't talk to you guys for a couple weeks, hope you guys understand why and don't hate me forever. So until then, guys, hope everyone had a good evening, good weekend, and I think we're done here. So P.S. guys, I just went back and listened to my commentary. One very important thing I forgot to leave out was the word phrase "for a while." I said this may or may not be my last video. I meant to explain that meant for a while, not just forever. So talk to you guys soon, if not sooner, maybe a couple weeks. See ya.